You'd have to play teams. You'd have to be like,
Well, yeah, I'm saying with
Buzz's
two
friends.
buzzers, it would only be fucking 2 teams.
I think my brother once he built like we played like Jeopardy and he built like little buttons that had a Raspberry Pi. You know what a Raspberry Pi is? Like a little computer. He had it in there, so you just had to press a button and then like the Jeopardy music would play and then you get a little.
You have all older brothers, right?
I do, 2 older brothers.
So was it the older one?
Yeah, Tyler. He's my oldest brother.
Is that the spatial engineering?
Yeah, well, he's
Ooh, he's smart.
he got all the brains. Missed me.
Sorry, as soon as you're like, yeah, he's fucking with a Raspberry Pi. I'm like, oh, so
Yeah, he was like 12 too. I was like, bro, I was playing with Legos.
Jesus, dude. I'm having the most like insane battle with my fucking nephew.
Exactly.
Legos.
The lore on the Lego characters goes crazy.
Uh-oh. What?
Another girl died from police. 36-year-old woman. She was armed and suffering from a mental health crisis, and police opened fire.
Where at?
North Branch.
Can't say I know where that is.
Here in Minnesota. So.
There was a person in my neighborhood. There was like 10 cops in my neighborhood the other day.
Yeah, why?
Mental health crisis.
Oh,
Kid threatened him to shoot himself with a BB gun.
the BB
A
gun.
pellet gun.
Pellet gun.
Oh.
Could you take one to the dome? A pellet gun?
A pellet? Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Pellet gun is like shooting yourself with an airsoft gun.
Are we recording?
Are we?
I don't know.
Yeah, don't be tripped out.
Can't tell.
We have to warn us.
Didn't he? Did he go through the little spiel?
Oh yeah, you did.
Welcome back to the VVR podcast. This is a special episode. It's a fire episode. Brought to you by Fire. And it's warm.
Yeah, when are you gonna get sponsors on here?
Fucking
We need about 990 more subscribers before we qualify for AdSense.
No, 988.
988. Yeah, we're at 12.
988.
We got 2 subscribers in the last couple days, so.
Nah, you gotta start
Shout out.
gaming it and already bringing stuff on.
Do they pay for that?
Raid Shadow Legends.
Do I just prop up the crown?
Exactly. I love Raid Shadow Legends.
Do they pay to subscribe?
No.
Oh.
Not yet. We need less subscribers for that. I think we need 500. No, I think it's 300. And then you can do like the paid subscription thing.
Okay, come on, what's your Patreon?
I've got a Patreon.
Is this the first Patreon episode?
Donate.
This is Connor. You haven't seen Connor. All the attention's on you.
That's Connor. Can they even see him in camera?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's.
I can't see like
The screen.
the screen.
I can
to
just see the fire in the screen. I can't see us.
I'm hoping it makes me look better.
This is what we do.
It's to our whittling.
I'm making a fishing lure.
It's less whittling and more just scraping. Considering the dullness of this hand axe.
I'm sorry.
You're probably
for just
blinded.
yoinking that from you earlier.
Nah, it's okay.
I was like, hey, can I see that? He's like, yeah. Gave it to him. Next thing I know, I'm pulling out a ladder. I'm fucking chopping
Cutting
down
some
tree
branch
branches.
down.
Yeah, I put him in charge of chopping down my dead trees. I need more done too.
You gotta get a hand axe, or not a hand axe, a hand saw out.
Paul's got a brand new mini
Yeah.
electric
Mini
handsaw made
electric.
just for that.
Electric.
Yeah.
You know you're bougie like that.
He bought it off the internet, and he was like super scared about it because it was like from
Some
a
shady
different
website.
country. And he's like, oh, I probably got ripped off, and I'm like, just give it time.
It's like buying stuff from Etsy, and then you get it.
Yeah.
It looks like metal and big, and then when you get it, it's like 5 sizes smaller. It's just a piece of plastic.
Yeah. So he just
And then
got
Mason came out, hand chopped the fucking dead branches, and now that's gonna sit down for a while. Whoops.
When I was like 14, 15, my dad, we had poplar trees all around our home. Like, you've seen that. But you always had to trim the bottom one so it would grow bigger up. So we'd be out there with like the big clippers, and you'd have like the big ones. You have to get the handsaw out. You go like terrible time.
You
Do not
have
recommend.
to trim those?
Well, you don't have to, but he has like little trees next to the poplar trees all the way around. Like wants those to grow big, so they have the branches that go over them, so the shade
Dude,
makes them not grow
you
big.
were up there
Right.
just slaving away.
Yeah.
And your dad's like, get back to work.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Unpaid labor, unpaid child labor. That's what it was.
That's the best one.
I could have made you do that, Jordan.
They ever put you to work?
Builds character.
Not really outside, no. I didn't really do much
Except
outside.
for executing.
They call me out of my fucking dungeon to come execute a bunny.
Not on purpose, though.
Whoops.
The neighbor kid shot the bunny, and it was suffering under the deck. So,
And you didn't have the heart to
no.
do the
and
deed?
I'm like, somebody go out there and frickin' take it out of its misery. It's suffering.
Yeah, in my room, I live in the basement, so there's a window. I have one window that goes into a window well, and it's like 4 foot deep. And at one point, like a baby rabbit hopped in and like broke his legs.
Oh no!
I wake up just it's screaming outside my window, and I'm like, "What is this?" And I turn, there's just a baby rabbit that's sitting there kicking.
Juggling.
It's like, oh, that was interesting.
So what'd you do?
Went out, got a shovel, came around, scooped him out. Wasn't doing so well, so no more bunny rabbit, and then threw him in the
You were gonna say what?
Yeah.
Went got a shovel and
pretty much.
put him out.
You had
What else am I supposed to
You
do?
had to.
Yeah, there's not much else you can do there.
There's been a little rabbit around, like, I swear, like, every time I pull up, he's, like, right in the front door.
They live under the shed.
Yeah.
There you go.
And there's nests of them
And
under
I
there.
allow that.
I'm under the shed.
Did I ever tell you guys that I had a pet rabbit?
You had a pet rabbit?
We did too.
I feel like I did. I feel like I talked about that.
What was his name?
Snowball.
Snowball?
Yeah.
You see that cross on the fence up there?
No.
Kind of near the corner of the fence, you can see the little,
I'm running with a knife.
At least he announced it, I guess. Oh yeah, okay, I see.
You have
now.
to come show it to the camera.
I want to disrespect man.
What was the poor trooper's name?
Sergeant Pepper.
Rest in peace, Sergeant Pepper.
Sergeant, you had a bunny?
Yeah.
Sergeant Pepper?
Yeah.
Rest
He
in
was named
peace.
after the Rolling Stones.
That's the Beatles, I think.
Oh.
Sergeant Pepper.
Sergeant
What kind
Pepper.
of bunny was he?
He was a Havana. A Havana rabbit.
Is that like a orange, I want to say?
He was black.
Oh,
All black.
He was all black.
okay.
No
And he
white.
didn't have the floppy ears.
No, it was just straight up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Straight up ears.
I had a dwarf hoto.
Ooh.
Hotel?
Yeah, so it's like a white rabbit with like jet black eyes. And then it looks like it has eyeliner around the eyes. Too.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about, yeah.
Ooh.
Like see him at the state fair and stuff.
Yep.
Picked him up in the garden.
Really? And you
Yeah.
just
In your
stuffed
garden?
him?
Yeah, well, it wasn't me, it was my dad.
It's mine now.
Yeah, pretty well. The funny thing was because we live in like the middle of nowhere, right? So you're not just gonna find a pet-looking bunny in your garden.
Yeah.
So someone dropped him off at the end of our driveway because we called all the neighbors and we're like, you lose a rabbit or
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
him free. They were all like, no, we don't have rabbits. So someone just dropped him off at the end of our driveway and then he ended up in the garden. And my dad was like, oh, there's a bunny.
This will make a great pet for the kids.
And
Pretty
you
much.
can tell too when they're domestic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell when it's a pet rabbit.
He
and
was a little
wild rabbit.
feisty at first. Like he wouldn't like when you like got near him, but then he was like chilled out after like a couple days.
Yeah.
So
And he's like, okay, this is my new family.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
We got ours from
Cool.
Gary's old boss.
Yeah. Gary's old boss had us take care of him for like a week when he
Yeah.
went on vacation or something. And then,
What? And then you were just like, well, Jordan got attached to it.
Somehow.
he took him back.
He just
and
never picked it
everything.
up.
No, he took him back. Sarge went back to his owner.
Fucking sorry.
And then,
Sarge is a great name for a bunny.
yeah, Sarge. And then all of a sudden, Gary's boss was like, hey, I don't really want to take care of it anymore. My grandkids aren't really interested anymore. So if you guys want them, you can have them. And we're like, we'll take them.
Sure. Don't
So-
take shit everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit and piss so
We
much.
kept him in a
Yeah,
cage.
that's a bunny for you.
We kept him in a cage in the garage for a long time. And then like I learned that I was allergic because every time I'd clean the cage, like underneath my eyes would like puff up really bad. So I was like, I can't do it anymore, Jordan, and whatever. So then we got the outside cage for him. And we just bring him in the garage for the winter, and then he would go back out in the summer. And then I think a couple of times the neighbors, they have huskies, they got loose and they'd come over and they'd scratch the cage trying to get the rabbit. And I think they scared him into a heart attack.
Oh,
So one morning, Jordan.
I was waiting for something like, no bunny death is like an easy death.
No,
It's always like,
it was the morning.
then the hawk got it. I was waiting for something like, and then fucking hawk came in and fucking.
Morning before school, I walk out there, go to give him his cup of food before I head off to middle school. Open it up, stiff. It was fucking.
He comes in.
That's tough.
He's like bawling. He's like, Sarge is dead. And I'm like, shit. And then, like, I wasn't too
Is this
upset
still
about
like
it.
elementary?
This is middle school.
I
This is
think
probably like 6th grade.
right away middle school. But I wasn't really upset because I was allergic to it. And
I
then
love
not
that rabbit.
attached.
Gary
I love that
or Jordan loved him so much. And so Gary was like getting ready to go for work, and I got Jordan up for school and stuff. And I was like, Gary, we have to bury him, you know. And he's like, I think it's illegal to bury him in the yard. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, we have to do something.
In city limits.
Oh, I suppose.
Because we live in city limits. And
see, living in the middle of nowhere, I never had that problem.
Gary was like, I don't care. We're burying Sarge here. So he went up on the hill there and dug a hole, and Sarge's bones are there. I guess.
River.
And then that
You were on a
cross
longboard or a
that
skateboard?
Jordan made.
Do I know who this is?
The
Stalking his hoes.
Hey, I'm gonna have to let you go. We're podcasting right now. Yeah. Should I bring you up to the camera?
yeah, put her on the podcast.
Okay, bye. That's one way to get off the phone with someone. Hey, we're podcasting right now.
No, cut it.
So anyways, so the cross that was made up there was parts of his cage, and Jordan nailed them together and wrote Sarge on
You
there.
put that together?
Yeah, I put that
plug in.
parts of his cage.
And it's funny because it says
Two pieces.
it used
and then
to
the
say
fucking screw.
question mark to the year that he died because we didn't know when he
Not
was
the-
born.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Question
we-
mark,
so it
and
says
then the year
question
he
mark
died.
to the year
Not
that he
question
died.
mark on
We're
the
like,
year you
we don't
died.
even know how old he is.
Snowball was feisty.
Snowball was?
Yeah, we'd have neighbor dogs who'd come over and they like sniff his cage, but he was fearless. Like the dog would come up right up next to his cage, and Snowball would just stand there and just look at him. And then like every once in a while, there's my grandma's dog was named Gigi, and then Gigi would come over and she just wanted to kill him so bad. She's yapping at his cage all the time, so Snowball would hop up to her, and, like she'd get her nose right in the cage, and he'd lick her nose, like lick the dog's nose, and the dog would go ballistic. So funny.
Is Snowball still alive?
No, he died October.
How did he
last
die?
year. Well, it's like,
Wait,
like
hold
you're
on.
saying,
It is a rabbit.
Is
man.
every rabbit death a gruesome death?
every rabbit death is a gruesome, terrible death.
Yikes.
But it was. I was in college, right? I was at the U, but
You didn't get to witness this.
no, I got a call from my dad. And I was like, the way he was sounding, like it sounded like someone in the family had died. The way he was talking,
You're
he was
like,
like,
oh God, what
he's like,
happened?
are you like around people right now? And I'm
You
like,
might want to sit down.
and I'm like, no, I'm in the library right now. I was studying or doing something. He was like, so I went in, like the little like pod thing that you can go in, like with the glass door.
Yeah, it's got like a couple tables,
Right, so I
chairs
went
there.
in there and I'm like sitting down. I'm expecting him to say like my brother's in the hospital or something. He's like
Peapod
no.
died or something, you know, yeah.
He's like Snowball's dead. I'm like, oh. But what happened was is
Oh, okay.
well, I mean, he was my bunny. He was my favorite bunny. Of course, I only had one, but that's
Yeah.
good. But we had a cage for him. Built the cage with my dad. It was wood. But he would crap. He'd go to the bathroom in the cage, but it was a wooden bottom, so we couldn't do that. So we had to remove the wood bottom, and then we put like a mesh, so it would just fall through, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So he was outside. We just move it every day, so it was fine or whatever.
Yeah.
But that was like 8 years ago when we got him. So the thing had rotted out. The spikes that held the mesh into the bottom of the cage had all rotted out.
From like just bunny
Just
shit and
age.
piss.
Yeah, from just age. It was
The
old.
acidity of bunny piss.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So it just had gotten to that point, and something came up to his cage, rolled it over, ripped out the bottom, and then got him.
Sounds like a fucking
him?
fox
Yeah.
got him.
Well, it wasn't a fight. It was probably a couple bigger raccoons because there's like raccoons.
So
in
was
the
he
area or
like
whatever.
totally gone?
Yeah. So what happened was my dad went out there and the cage was just rolled over in the bottom of that. He had a hutch, so like the hutch was ripped out. So he just went over and he just wasn't in there anymore.
Oh,
So
no.
maybe he got out and survived and is hopping around in the forest somewhere. But the chances of that are pretty much zero. Yeah.
Something got him.
But I'm having my revenge. I've got raccoon traps out. So I'm out there just waiting.
Have you gotten anything yet?
Raccoons? No.
What are you using for bait?
Like peanut butter.
Yeah, that's how I got the fucking squirrels,
Yeah,
dude.
I'll put peanut butter on like pieces of bread. But the problem is we have like a farm next door that has like wildish cats. So the cats will come over and they'll go in there and I'll walk in there and there'll just be some gray cat sitting in there. And
Giuseppe, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like crazy. You'll just look at me like it's my fault that he's sitting there. Like, bro. Because some of them are
You
nicer.
just let it out then?
Yeah, I'll just open it up and then it'll bolt out if it's a wild one. But some of them are because they have like little kids or littler kids.
Yeah.
So some of them will be a little bit nicer. But so like you'll let it out and they'll come up and like rub your legs and then walk away. But most of them will just bolt.
Thanks, homie, and then it's off on its way.
That's a straight.
Thanks for the peanut butter, dude.
Yeah. Raccoons always would bother Snowball. Because I remember one time I came home from, I don't know, school or something when I was in high school.
Yep.
And there's one like pawing at his cage. So I ran out there. I was like gonna go get the 22, but the 22 was locked up in a safe, so I couldn't get that. So I ran out there with a baseball bat. I chased this flipping raccoon down with a baseball bat. It was like, come on now. It was funny.
Dude, life in the country is a wild
I
life.
guess so. Gotta protect the bunny at all costs.
Dealing with all sorts of forest creatures.
I know, and I love them all too.
Not the raccoons though.
No, not raccoons.
Trash panda.
I'll see like the cute videos online. And it'll just fill me with rage. killed my bunny. I'll take my revenge out on the raccoon.
You don't know it was a raccoon. Could've
Oh, it
been
definitely was.
What about a fox or a coyote?
A fox couldn't flip his cage over. His cage was heavy enough.
Yeah, no.
And coyotes aren't smart enough to like rip the bottom out of a cage to get at it.
But raccoons are.
Oh yeah. Like they open up
They
the
got
trash
hands.
can and they get in there and they're smart. They can
got
open like
little
doors and stuff.
grubby
Yeah, I suppose.
Little grubby criminal hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They are.
they wear a
They're
mask
just
for a
little
reason.
bandits.
Get my revenge on them.
So I got one like podcast topic idea. And it's just it's a stance that I have.
Uh-oh.
I feel like, and I've always felt this way. I feel like it is very easy to secretly enter Canada.
Secretly enter Canada.
Okay, but they say like they got fucking like border patrol on fucking like, you know,
So
if it's winter they're on fucking snowmobiles, if it's summer they're on fucking quads and like just
Do
patrolling.
you know about the clear cut of trees?
No.
So on the entire Canadian border, there's a clear cut of trees for about 100 yards. They sent the foresters in and they cleared out just a huge line. So if people are running across, they station up and you'll be
They just
able
got a sniper.
You'll just see a fucking guy cross that fucking. It's like the size of like 2 football fields, I think, that they cleared out of the trees.
I don't know. I remember I went to Duluth once with my parents when I was really little, and we went to the Canadian border.
Yeah.
There's like one guy.
It's just one
There's
Canadian.
like a guy just sitting in like an office or whatever. Like you drive in
like,
the
hey
there, bud.
In the little hut.
It's like
Little
at
hut.
the Home
It's like the
Depot.
unbased hut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even think there was like a fence or anything. Like you could have just walked around the back of it.
Just
got
shoved
in
him
the-
over and ran.
Yeah.
Press the button if you need my assistance.
Alright, like, okay,
Pretty
when you
much.
say that there's the clear cut, okay, but at the same time, that's a lot of miles of woodland.
Yeah.
That's a lot of personnel
Yeah.
to station. What I mean, okay, you can view 7 miles, but you know the terrain is rolly. Let's say they can station one every 1 mile. That's what a 4,000 mile border, something like that. 3,000 miles,
Yep.
2,000 miles.
They're probably just pulling the Russian tactic of just waiting out the winter. It's like
Yeah.
someone runs into Canada, they're like, yeah, they can stay for a couple months, and then they'll get cold, and then they'll go back.
Yeah. There's bears and shit. Wolves.
Fair.
I don't know. I don't know how the Canada border works.
I know it's a lot
Build a
easier to
wall.
get into Canada than it is to get back.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Because, well, I don't think you can even go in there if you have a DWI.
You can't. They've got like that whole thing, but America is a lot more fun. Like, you really don't have to have shit other than no DUIs, and you can waltz right into Canada. Coming back into the USA, they'll fucking do everything they can not to let you back in.
Gotta secure one
They
of the
want to
borders.
keep you?
Yep.
They're just like,
No.
stay here,
No,
please.
like America won't let you back in. It's
Oh,
not,
America
it's not,
won't?
It's not a Canadian. So, like, for example, there's a crossing in International Falls.
Yeah.
It's on a bridge, so you got the American side and you got the Canadian side, right?
Yeah.
So you can drive through the American side, no problem. You get stopped on the Canadian side, and then vice versa. If you're trying to enter America, you would drive through the Canadian side, and then America would stop you. And that's where the
Okay.
issue is getting back.
Gotcha. I remember going to Mexico and they aren't too friendly about letting people back across either. America's really strict, but at the same time,
It should be.
people are coming across like crazy. But this was years ago too. I was probably like 13. I'm 40 now.
Did you like drive across or? Fly,
No,
or what
what did we do?
Like, you either drove, walked, or flew.
Yeah,
I think we
guess limit your
walked.
options a little bit.
I think we walked because we just went right over into Tijuana.
Oh, okay.
So we just went to like the flea market
what
or
is
the
this?
shops there. And when we came back,
you gonna like attach
they were like,
hole for
where are you from? And I'm like, USA. And they're like, are you
I'm honestly
sure?
almost done.
And I said,
Oh.
yes. And they kind of like looked at me like they were gonna pull me aside. And I'm totally
It would need to be
white,
painted.
you know, like I'm totally American. And they
Going up
are
at the
very
front.
You are on
strict
the
about
verge
it.
of
Well,
getting
they
into
were,
flies.
I guess. I don't know if they are
Fly
now,
fishing,
but
dude.
I don't know.
They got
But I made it
watching a
back.
live stream of
Can't
my
say
dad
I've ever
making
been
pies
down
the
there.
other day.
it's kind of scary and it's kind of it's different. You see a lot of people living in poverty that you wouldn't see here.
And I just got to go to
Yeah.
LA though. Then you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Uh-huh.
there's that, but there's a lot of poverty down there, and it's really sad. But what do you do?
Let them in.
No, no.
They can shack up with you.
No, they can shine up with you.
Wouldn't that be the same thing?
It's just a matter of what floor of the household they're on.
There you go.
Well, I feel like people would
Gary
feel
can take 'em.
differently if they saw it like
Did you say
firsthand.
Gary would take it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary would not.
Funny guy over here.
Gary would be the last person. You'd be like, get the fuck out of here. But no, I feel like that you guys would feel differently if you saw like how they actually live down there. Like no running water. Sometimes only like cardboard boxes are their only shelter.
I bet
Sounds
it's
like
improved
Rockford.
now though.
It's not like Rockford.
No, I know.
We're actually very lucky that we don't have
Why am I
to
just
live
getting
like
that
that. I don't know. I guess that's just my opinion, but I mean, I don't think that we should have them coming over by the millions or the thousands or whatever it is, but I do feel like some of them deserve asylum and come do your thing. Work your work, you know?
Work your work.
Work your work.
There you go.
Come and work. Don't come here and try to live off the government.
Fair wages. I just realized. I don't know if I can snatch to that.
Stash what? This?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now keep at it, dude.
I don't think your blade dream is gonna work out though.
He's good at that.
I've gone
You're good
around
at
it.
carving.
Not really. My grandpa was really good at carving though.
What do you make?
Pretty much anything. Like, I think the best thing that at least that my parents liked that he made is they took a moose antler and they like carved a picture into it.
Oh,
like,
no
like,
shit.
I don't know what it was. I think it was like deer or like elk or something.
You have it?
Yeah, my parents do. It's in
Good.
the house. Lots of ducks. I got like a eagle head from him. And then like a toad, like you know the toad that has like the little stick that you yeah, one of those things from him.
What the fuck are you two blabbing about?
You know
I've got
you
one
get like
of
the
It's like
wood
a
toad
music thing.
where you
I've got
have
one
one that like
upstairs.
has a stick in his mouth. Yeah, and you pull the stick
Yeah.
out, and then you rub it on the back and like makes the sound.
Those
Yes,
are
yes.
worth money, you know.
Yeah.
I seen one on Pawn Stars, or Antique Road.
Yeah, but I bet that was from like the fucking 14th century one.
Yeah.
But that it was his grandpa's.
It was my grandpa's, but
So,
I don't know if he made it
could
though.
be
I think he got it from somebody else.
Yeah,
I think that's what my dad said.
you should look into it because it could be worth money.
I keep it anyway. And if it was worth
I'm just saying, I watched.
Yeah, she gets her
Antique Roadshow.
mother's watch.
Yeah, I
and she's
was-
like
I was-
immediately on eBay.
How much does this thing worth? Oh, it's got a diamond in it.
But like the antler thing, I think that's actually worth like probably like $800 or something like that. But I don't know, it was real fancy.
You gotta kind of look like you guys are getting not to the age, but to the age of where your parents are older and your grandparents have already gone. So
Half of them.
yeah, so you have to be like diligent on the fact, like if you get anything that's like from your grandparents and stuff.
Pawn it immediately.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
There's
And,
money to be made.
Hit up Ashley and she'll fucking help you pawn it for a 10% fee.
I'm just saying, if you look it up and you find out it's worth a ton of money, hold on to it.
I had to go through like the entire
Get on
Grandfather
eBay.
Get your bag.
Get on eBay.
Give
and
it
get
to your own
bag.
kids, you know?
Don't have any of those.
Well, when you do have kids.
Mason's had enough. It's time to turn it off.
No, I was looking at the picture.
Well, how much time are we
You
at?
still see us, or is it too dark now?
No, it's
Not bad. How would you guys feel though?
Sorry,
if your
gang, I'm
podcast-
just gonna get
podcast,
up close
how
and
many
personal
episodes
with you
you've
here.
done?
This will be
6.
And this one is the one that does the best because you can't see you.
Wow, you kinda can't see us.
Well, our best one was the one that fucking Jenna posted on her story.
Mine,
Huh?
the one I was on.
Yes, the one you were on.
Yes. I made that podcast.
You got some interesting life stories going on.
We will find out your theory here that you made the podcast for this one.
Yeah, you guys, give it a like because I need them to realize
Yeah.
I am the show.
Nah, it'll be me and I'll just never show up again.
Yeah, if this one blows up, you two can fight about who fucking made it.
Nah,
Bunny and-
my charisma isn't that high.
But me and Connor will do our own.
Well, screw you guys.
You guys are out. That'll be great.
Can you toss that over here? I don't see what you've done to it.
I was about to just chuck the axe at you.
Yeah. Slips out of your hand. Whoops.
Uh-oh, we lost
Fatality.
a
So-
cast member.
It's a whittling episode.
Yeah,
I've
they're
literally just been
whittling
scraping
wood.
it, like towards the end. I feel like I've been doing better with the hatchet than I was with the knife.
It is smoother. Like more rounded.
Because I feel like with this I can start and I can kind of just go.
Yeah.
And the knife just kind of digs in now.
See, you didn't have to toss it.
Whoa. I was kind of hoping he'd just impale you.
I think Tanner will like this podcast.
Really?
You know, Tanner's been watching the podcast.
Must want to get on.
Shout out to Tanner. I don't know if you can necessarily. Well, you can't see it in the background, but the main podcast studio is right back there.
The camper, yeah.
I don't think you were able to see it. But.
Probably not.
Gotta make sure all the street signs are in the feed.
No.
Track you
Go
down.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, do you guys ever worry about that? Like,
They're gonna say something controversial and someone's gonna
Right.
come knock on their door. Why'd you say that?
My 9 milli has something to say, but no.
There
we're
you
not
go.
telling you where we are.
No, for one, like the shot in the camper or whatever, I mean, you can see like green from trees.
There you go.
Yeah. So what, you know, we are in a fucking, what would the biome be?
We're in a state where the
Yeah,
mosquitoes
no,
stop.
you know that We live in a deciduous area.
Deciduous?
Yeah,
That's too many
forest.
syllables for me.
Deciduous?
Is it over 3? Deciduous. That's 4 syllables, so 1 too many.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be at least 3 or under.
No, they do know like the state and the city. It's a hard fucking.
Now we're just
Yeah.
watching Mason hatchet.
I don't even think he's in frame.
I'm not.
Why don't you do it over here?
Well, I can't do it there because one, like the way I'd have to stand is basically just swinging it like you're right here. And I would just be swinging.
That'd
it
make for
straight.
some good Instagram Reels footage, though. It's not fucking much.
Because you can't really chop it. So this was Jordan's old desk. The top bit.
They
Yeah.
can't see it.
He sticker bombed it when you were how old?
15.
I don't like you being crouched down like that.
I don't like being next to you with a hatchet.
We got Mason hatcheting Jordan in this tax box.
Oh.
I mean, at least it shows the truth.
Yeah. I'm over here trying to protect my legs.
It could be okay.
Want me to hold it?
No.
I'm just
don't
kidding.
get that
I'm
idea.
kidding.
Let me put my fingers like right next to where you're hitting.
Yeah, let me hold it for you.
What was that game you were talking about? Let's play it with a hatchet.
5-finger fillet.
Yeah. It's like the knife was chop, chop, chop. Right?
You're waking up the neighbors.
Goes harder.
They don't need sleep anyway. It's Saturday.
Sleep is for the weak.
Try you drink abhorrent amounts of caffeine.
I'll come out, he'll be like, you hacking down another tree?
Prime content.
There's gotta be like a satisfying conclusion though. You can't just leave a bunch of gouges in it and then be done.
A satisfying conclusion, I say.
Yeah. You know those videos where like people like throw rocks in like the water or whatever, there's like a big splash or
Yeah.
whatever? You gotta get something like that going.
That probably wasn't the same.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, watch our feet.
It's like what's that movie with Spider-Man?
What's
where
that
like where he
movie
throws
with
a knife.
Spider-Man?
Well, it's the guy who plays Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. He like throws Andrew Garfield doesn't throw the knife. The guy throws the knife like in basic training, and he throws the knife and it goes in the guy's foot. You know what I'm
just
saying?
talking
Hacksaw Ridge.
No, you're just talking about fucking. You're talking about what is that? The ending of MW2? You throw it at fucking General Shepard.
I never played that. So I don't know.
I don't remember.
Snapchat.
It's a video within a video.
Yeah. Videoception.
Just talking about stabbing a knife.
I don't remember that. Oh, is it like when they're in basic training?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "Why is there a knife in your foot?" or whatever.
He's walking up. He's like, "There's something off with you, and I can't tell what it is." And he's like, "There's a knife in my foot. I don't know if it's a sergeant or something."
Why is there a knife in your foot?
I'm like, "Oh, I did not see that." So funny.
Get that out. It is crawling on my foot.
Mosquito.
Definitely is. I'm just gonna pop this.
The guy on the dirt bike just went on the path.
Did he?
Is that Jesse?
I don't know his name.
You guys are homies.
Did he leave?
No.
Did he leave right from this?
Yeah, me and fucking
Guy
Jesse,
over
best buds.
We'll never make it to Bunny X.
What is your issue?
There's some ash in that Mountain Dew. Ash in that Mountain Dew. I took a swig. There's a big chunk of something. I was like, nope, not for me. But this month, I'm already done. Already have done the drill.
Wait, why?
Oh, July, no. I think that's the week after the weekend of July 4th. What's going on over there?
You can't disarm me.
You're
shrimping right now.
You can't disarm
Take
me.
this and hit him in the back of the head.
I thought it was
Got a fucking gun.
He's got a gun.
Be careful, Connor. I could.
No, I'm taking a swig of my Pepsi, and then fucking.
You gotta get the light right.
Just get a light shone in my face.
It's like that where you're just sitting in your car and they come in with the flashlight, you know, you're sitting with the window rolled down. It's gonna be you.
I can't see you, but you can see me.
It's gonna be you.
You want a 3 million?
A 3 million?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got 6 million.
If I had a 6 million, I'd probably throw up.
Yeah.
It's been so long. Like last drill was like the beginning of the month. Beginning of the month, and that's the last time I had nicotine. Coffee's in.
Just stepped on this one.
You had a coffee one?
I had a coffee 6 million.
Fuck
so
that.
sorry.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
The worst fucking flavors.
Were you describing it as like 5 minutes of chocolate?
Not even. You get like the first like little hint is like, oh, this is kind of chocolatey. This might not be that bad, and then you just let it sit and fester, and you're like, oh.
Festered.
Well, I found 2 knives that were just laying there, so I was making sure. I stepped on one with an open blade. Are you barefoot?
shut up.
I'm barefoot. Yeah, I don't think it cut me.
Good. You change that.
Didn't feel it, but hey. No, it ain't bleeding. I'm probably fine.
So, here's the topic. We're thinking about paving this whole.
We think about paving this
Idea.
whole idea every fucking year for fucking.
Well,
the
Paving
time.
with what though?
This is why the fire area with
Like asphalt?
brick.
Oh, brick. That'd be expensive though with brick.
Yeah, but you
And
got
that's why
all
it'll
these
never get
people on like Facebook. They're giving away free papers on a daily frickin' basis. So if you got 2 of those, I could get like 1,400 of them and do this whole area. What would you think about?
If you get
Wouldn't you have to get that like
Pavers.
zone too?
Huh?
Around here? Like, to build something like that, like a
I
fire pit?
wouldn't tell them.
No. Too late! Gotta cut it!
No, we got the permit for the deck. We got the permit for the shed. What else? We had to get a permit for something. Oh, the fence. At this point, they don't even come and inspect it afterwards. So they give you the permit, you give them the money, and they don't even care. They like don't come out and they don't say nothing. So I feel like I'd just do it.
I've only lived in apartments in the middle of nowhere, so I've never had to deal with the HOA or the
Apartments?
city. Well, school.
I'm like, that's how you lived out in the country.
would you just buy the brick and do it yourself? Make sure to call Go for One.
What's that mean?
Stuff
Call before you dig?
Call
Before you dig.
Yeah.
Is it like 811?
I think
Yeah.
so.
811 Go for One.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't even really be digging. The only place we'd be digging
Well,
is
you'd
like
have to dig.
where the
Level it.
camera is. Where the camera is right now,
Yep.
you'd have to dig and level it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. And we don't have any of anything right here.
How do you know?
I don't.
Yeah, well,
line.
you dig and then we'll find your body.
Yeah.
Just a water pipe.
That would be
Water
my
main.
luck.
That would fucking blow.
I know. But we wouldn't even be digging, but maybe what, like not even a foot.
Not even.
Well, I mean,
Up there, maybe.
depends on if you want it to like raise or not when the water gets under there and freezes and the ground changes elevation. That kind of
That's
thing.
true. Yeah.
To be, depending on how good of a job you want to do with the brick. Because you could just lay the brick right on top of the dirt, but then it's going to be like all jagged after one
Yeah, and
winter.
then you'd have like grass growing through,
Yeah.
and I don't want that. We'd have to do it the right way.
Like a concrete pad or something probably.
Yeah.
Have you gotten any farther in Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, I got to Act 3, like the beginning of Act 3.
Are you at like Wyvern's Crossing.
Yeah, it's like that. You start in that like city, like with all the refugees or whatever, like the church, and then you go past like that drawbridge.
We're not there yet, but yeah.
No.
That's about where we quit.
Okay, yeah.
We quit where it's like there is a big like Mexican.
Yeah. Yep.
We stopped right before that.
Okay. Did you go in like any of the buildings in that city?
Did you go to? We went to that festival.
Like the clowns and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. You know that?
Yeah.
Did you play the Jins game?
I did, but I didn't win anything. I won like a stone that like you sell it, but then it goes back to the genie. I ripped somebody off with that.
Did you fuck with the dude on stage at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got caught in that.
Where like attacks you.
Yeah, it's like I'd pick you as
Lower
my
each of the
fucking
absolute.
special
You're
guest.
like,
So I was running around to find a merchant while he was dealing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then he's like, Mason, I'm in combat. Please help.
come back.
No, but I had to go like play the gin game until I got. It's a cloak. It's a cloak of water or something,
Okay.
and it basically just gives you a permanent status effect as wet.
Really? Does that like put out fire or something? Negate fire damage?
Yeah, so my build is like a fire build or whatever, and there's I think it's another piece of my build will start burning me, but I'll have the wet effect.
Oh, okay.
There's a hat that I'm gonna get later.
Yeah, it's like where you can like set yourself on fire to get like injured or like something like that.
So I think it's the pyro quickness hat, and it's like I get to do extra turns of combat, but it burns me. But it won't burn me because I'll be wet because of the
cloak.
Yeah.
Did you know that's what you would get? Did you look it up, or how did you know that you wanted to get that?
I saw a build that was like Azula from
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah. So and then it was a 1 minute video of just like do this, get this item, you'll have your build. But then I had to look up like where do you get some of these items?
Right.
So I got some of the items from, do you remember the old lady that was in front of the like creche that is like, go steal an egg for me?
I don't think I ever did that.
But her name was like, or I can't remember her name, but she had some items that I needed, and then the last couple items are like that water cloak, and then it's a pyro quickness hat that's like deep into the third hat.
Okay.
But I need a better computer.
Yeah.
Buy one.
Just start burning it. Like overheating, or what happens? Just your FPS drops.
Just so slow. Yeah, my frame drop.
Okay.
It's insane. Like even with the Elden Ring DLC, it's difficult to play at this point.
I've never played Elden Ring. I saw that it was on sale on Steam. It was like 35% off or something like that. I was like, oh, do I want to buy it?
Why don't you just do what Jordan did and make payments?
Going to debt for a computer? I don't know.
If I do, I'll do it at the like.
I already got it paid off pretty much.
Yeah?
I think I only have like 2 more payments.
Yeah.
I'll do it at the beginning of fall if I do that.
You actually paid it off really quick.
Yeah. It was only, I think I did like a 6-month plan or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you like build your own computer, or how did that? Did you just buy one?
Kind of. So you can buy a pre-built through these guys, but you can also tweak some of the parts in it. So I upgraded the CPU in it.
Okay.
I upgraded the RAM.
NZXT, give me a fucking free PC, please.
Sponsorship. Nah, bro,
He likes his.
I
He
love
likes his.
mine. I love mine. It's fucking amazing.
I'm always telling my brother he needs to build a computer so he can play Sea of Thieves with me.
There you go.
Yep.
But he won't do it. He's like, I tell him, just give me a budget and I'll put it together
Yep.
for you, dude.
Yep. I
You
built
can
my last
build
one.
them?
Oh yeah, I built my computer. But build, it's you literally just putting stuff together.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
Yeah, I built my last one.
Plug
I
a
just got
couple
lazy
things
with
into
it.
it.
You get the case has slots, or you do the case, motherboard, slots.
Yeah, pretty
You
much.
should have him rebuild the old one.
What do you mean rebuild the old one?
Or
Build.
whatever.
still
Fix
works.
it.
It's not broken. That was the whole fucking thing. I bought it.
Hey, don't swear at me.
I bought so the fucking internet stopped working on this computer. Like I
Yeah.
had Ethernet plugged into it. It wouldn't fucking like get internet. And I tried everything to fix it, whatever. Everybody else was getting internet just fine now throughout the house.
Sure.
Fucking did everything I could. Came to the conclusion that whatever port or whatever on it was broken. Like I can't get internet on this computer. It's broke. I buy a new computer for $3,500.
Damn.
Plug it into the Ethernet.
Doesn't work.
Still no internet.
It was the cord?
It was the router.
Oh.
Because Gary had been fucking with the router because of issues with Hulu and ended up fucking whatever up. I don't know exactly what it was.
Also, the new one didn't work either.
The new computer didn't know, and then he went and bought a new router, and then it worked perfectly fine.
Damn.
So I bought that computer for pretty much no reason, but didn't return it because my other one was starting to slow down.
Dude, that's like, I had a disk drive, so originally I played games on like my dad's like old PC. The thing was a piece of junk. I think I got like 12 frames a second playing like Fortnite at the lowest settings when I was like in middle school. But I was building my computer and I had like crappy stuff or whatever, and then I took the disk drive out of that computer and put it into my new one just because he wanted all his like files and stuff on it. So I've been using that for like forever, and it was like a couple years ago it just stopped working. Like I couldn't get into it. I had a different drive, like a solid state drive that I booted all my stuff off of anyway, so it was fine because I just used like the terabyte of the disk drive for storage.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get into it at all. I was like, what the hell? Like, what? So I brought it into, because it wouldn't start up because Windows was on the terabyte because it was from the old computer.
Yeah.
That was the issue.
Yeah.
But then I got it over to the other one so I could still use it after a while. But I brought it into the place. I was like, what's going on? Why doesn't it start up? Like, you know, in town here.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, your drive's just broken. It's not going to work at all. You can buy a new one or we can get you a new one. And I was like, yeah, I'll just buy one myself. So then I got it, and I got the new drive in the mail. It was like a nice solid state drive, like a terabyte, because it was way cheaper than it was when I built my computer.
Yep.
So I plug it in, can't boot up the computer. It's the exact same issue. I was like, what the hell? So then I switched the slots. I literally unplugged it and then plugged it into a different slot. Worked perfect.
Worked fine.
So I'm like, I brought it into this place, and I had to pay them like $50 to look at my computer, and they didn't even think just to switch the slots to fix the issue. And I'm like, what? But it's okay. I got like an upgrade that I needed.
There you
for
go.
my computer. So,
It all works out.
it was funny.
in the end.
My old computer, I had to get Windows on it, but I didn't want to buy it, so I ripped it off of their laptop that they had. I put it on USB and then booted it onto the computer. But then it gave me like laptop settings.
Oh.
So I had like laptop power savings on there, or it would boot up like
Is that
Asus
why
different
my stuff
fucking
doesn't
things.
work properly?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that laptop. It was the laptop before that one.
yeah, my computer's still
I
in the
built
very
that computer
corner.
fucking 10 years ago. You didn't have this laptop.
In my computer on the very
Oh, I
corner, it
swear
still
to
has
God.
the activate Windows now. The
Yeah.
little text, just because when I took Windows off the old computer, for some it didn't like transferring over for some
How
reason.
come computers don't come with Windows?
Well, I built it.
When you
like
build
if you
it,
just
yeah.
buy a
Oh.
computer from somewhere, it'll come with Windows.
Yeah.
But you have to like
Gotcha.
actually buy the Windows license. It's like $120 or something.
Yeah.
From, like their official website.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have $120 at the time.
Yeah. I mean,
So you just stole it off of ours?
You can make like a copy of it. And I had all Acer settings because it was the Acer laptop. So when I would when I booted it up, my computer identified it as an Acer.
It's not funny.
It's
That's
pretty
probably
funny.
why I had issues forever.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
You turned the mic on, right?
Yeah, the mics. I never turned it off.
And you
Okay.
hear
all this quality content.
Well, we recorded
That's
a
always
solid,
a fucking.
we recorded
Solid.
a solid half hour one day just for the mic to be shut off.
Really?
Yeah.
they did it. Yeah.
The world missed out on your genius thoughts that day.
Yep. Telling the
Just
people
like
what
they
they need to
missed
get.
out on our politics talk.
We were still trying to get it. We were fucking with the level.
There you go.
What do you do?
Boom.
Oh, fireworks are gonna go off all week. I'm so excited.
Yeah, well, your dogs have something different to say about them.
Yeah.
My dogs
don't.
don't care.
Really?
They'll get over it.
Kirby will freak out.
Does she?
Yeah.
How do you know?
If she's sitting in my window and somebody lights off fireworks, she like scrunches up and like starts looking around in a panic.
Yeah. No, my dogs don't care. One of them's drugged, so he's probably sleeping.
Maverick is severely drugged.
Yeah.
Is he?
Drugged
Yeah.
on what?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Anxiety meds.
Really?
Yeah, he's
Yep.
on anxiety meds for life.
What for?
Anxiety.
Just how he is?
Yeah, he's a fucking
If he
spaz.
Oh.
wasn't on drugs, he would like spin in circles.
He just
Really?
runs in
Just
circles,
runs
tries to
in
gnaw on his
circles.
foot.
Yeah, tries to eat his foot off.
That's wild.
He just cannot like.
How did that vet
sit
appointment
still.
go? Like, our dog is broken. It just spins. Ah, he's got anxiety, man.
No, it actually was hell, Mason, because
What?
Hell. It was hell because I originally brought him to Annandale, and they were like, "Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He'll grow out of it.
Yeah.
He's fine." And I'm like, "No, no,
Yes.
no,
It was
no,
hell.
no. It was hell."
I got it. I got it.
So, then eventually I was like, I can't take it anymore because the dog is like spazzing out, freaking out. I don't know what to do about it. And so I switched vets and I brought him to Buffalo, and he actually did it while he was at the vet when I brought him. And they're like, yeah, that ain't normal. And I'm like, okay, what do you want to do about it? And they're like, well, you can do a bunch of neurological tests. And I'm like, well, how much does that cost? And they're like, probably like $5 to $6 grand.
Were they gonna shave his
Get a
head?
new
And
dog.
were they gonna shave his head and put the diode thing on?
And I'm like, well, what can we do if I can't afford that? And they were like, well, let's try this. So they originally put him on like a steroid, and he just acted so weird, like not like he was, like it was just like it just like knocked him out, like he wasn't the same dog at all. And I'm like, no,
Wasn't aggressive. All roided up.
yeah, no.
Suddenly he was barking and biting everybody.
No, he just wasn't Maverick. So I'm like, nope, that's not gonna work. So I brought him back, and then they're like, let's try this. It's like a lesser dose of like an anxiety medication. And they're like, you can give it to him in the morning and at night and just see how it goes. And I'm like, okay. So I started giving it to him in the morning, and he like totally quit doing it all. Like he wasn't spinning in circles, wasn't like gnawing on his feet like all the time. And there was other stuff too, like he'd just like sit and pant, and
Yeah.
he would just
sits and licks the air.
licks
for like
the
30
air.
minutes at a time.
They call that something.
Fly catching.
Fly catching, yeah. And so he quit doing that with just in the morning. So I'm just like, okay, this is working. And then I didn't give it to him at night, but now Buffalo Vet has them on it for life. They said he will have to take it.
Yeah.
Yep, he will have to take it. And every single time, like he just had his wellness exam, and they were like, are you giving it to him once or twice? And I'm like, just once, just in the morning. But he does sleep a lot more. But I mean, it probably just prevents that, you know.
These might be hitting
He
me a little
he
bit.
just got the short end of the
So
stick.
these might be hitting me
Yeah.
a little
You
bit.
know?
It happens.
And that's what
Oh,
you get,
yeah.
like when you get like
Do a
dogs
little
like
more
that
pills
from
than I did
breeders.
earlier.
If they
Yeah.
overbreed and
Yep.
whatever, like that's
Yep.
what happens.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Slam
Yep.
it.
And then crack another one.
I'm just glad that he found me.
Yeah, there you go.
If he would have ended up in like any other family that would have been like, oh, I'm not putting up with this
I
shit.
really-
Yeah, just
You
let
know.
it go type deal.
Because
They probably would have took him out to the back of the field and
Yeah.
shot
Why
him.
was gonna go pee
You
behind
know?
the shed?
I'm like, that poor little thing.
Well, this way you can kill two birds with one stone.
What are you doing? Running
He wants me to
I'm peer
He
pressuring.
wants me to slam this
and then run.
and then go grab a
then run.
No, I gotta pee. So I was gonna go behind the shed and pee.
Behind it, yeah.
Well,
like,
are we
hold
gonna
up.
say goodbye to our friends?
Why would we say goodbye?
Well,
We've got so much to say.
So much to say. So many
what are we at?
important
Over an
thoughts.
hour? You would think?
What do you think we're at?
Hour and 21 minutes.
4
What do you think
hours.
we're at?
How much time has it been since you started?
Yeah.
Probably about 45 minutes.
We're at 55.
That was close.
So that's
55, I think, roughly. It's no, well, there was the first 30 because it cuts out at 30, so that's
Yeah,
kind of
right.
your time. And then it's at 24, probably 25.
good. And then we'll cut out at another 30.
Yeah.
So it'll cut in like 6 minutes.
So we should probably say goodbye.
Wrap it up.
Hey, friends.
Need some more quality content.
We're out of here. Anything to say?
You're just gonna cut this part. It's okay.
He's like looking at the fire like,
Should we test my spear? Ooh, shit.
On who? Fucking
Don't volunteer.
Into the yard, silly. We got 4 minutes till it cuts out again.
4 minutes till it cuts.
Yeah.
So that means it's the perfect time to get into some really deep conversation, and then it just cuts out, and you don't get the rest of it.
Right.
Are we saying bye, or are we just gonna keep it running?
It's up to Mason. He's the in charge one.
What do you mean?
He's the in charge one. I'm the one that fucking has to sit and edit the whole thing.
I don't care. They can hang out by our fire if they want.
When are you gonna start streaming this on Twitch? Like, come on.
The issue with that is if you do say something fucked up or something you don't want the people to hear, you can't cut it.
That's fair.
Do you get banned?
If you say the
You'll
wrong thing, yeah.
probably.
Oh, but not on YouTube?
Just don't diddle kids.
I had to look up the terms
Career
and conditions of YouTube to see what you could and couldn't say, because I'd said on one of them, which I'm gonna have to fucking
Oh my God.
mute on this one.
Remember the word I said that we had to mute?
What did you? Oh, I did have to mute something. I don't remember what you said. Oh yeah, you said. Look that up. Fucking had to
That's
say.
double
Mute
bleep.
that.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
And I didn't say it like in a bad way. I said because
Yeah, no, you.
I said it because we call one of our trap teams that name.
That's it.
Nice and creative there.
But oh gosh, I was like, can I even say that?
I thought
there's
you
a whole
could, and then I
10
looked
minutes
it up,
of
and
content
you
right
could
there.
not.
2024, you can say whatever you
I
want.
thought it was 2024. You can't say whatever you want.
Right. I was like,
Comedy's
people
coming
are
back.
more offended today
Just not
than
on
they
YouTube,
ever
I guess.
have been.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't been around that long, then.
Right.
Any
Back in the day, no
closing
way.
remarks, I
You could
guess?
say whatever you wanted.
Closing remarks.
Better hurry up. You
It's like
got
asking
like
someone
1
for
minute.
wisdom. There's
you
no-
got
there's no way.
fucking 2 minutes for
I ain't
closing
got nothing
remarks.
for these fuckers.
Connor, any closing remarks?
Can we
Nope.
even say that one?
So you can
Nothing?
say fuckers.
Ashley, any
My
closing
spear's
remarks?
almost done.
Have a good Saturday night.
This comes out on Wednesdays.
Well, it's Saturday today, but
Why
have a good
Wednesdays?
Saturday.
I don't know. That's just the day I went with.
Yeah, why did you pick Wednesday?
Middle of the week.
It's when the most interesting things are happening to you.
Yeah. Wait.
Get a nice shot of the fire at the end.
I would like to remind everyone to love each other. Do not go through this world with hate. Do not spread. Hey, shut up. This is
Almost made me choke.
this is Mason's fucking
Oh my
minute.
gosh.
Do not go through life hating one another.
Some bullshit. You don't
Love
believe that.
thy neighbor. Love thy father. Love thy mother.
Bullshit.
I'm not religious or nothing, but just be nice. Spread kindness.
Or don't.
Don't spread hate.
I believe in that.
Okay, you got a minute. Connor? Okay. Mom?
Spread kindness.
Spread
I agree
kindness?
with Mason.
Eat shit.
Oh no!
Who said that? I didn't say eat shit.
I said eat shit.
Why? Your
Your stick
followers
is losing
aren't like
integrity.
that.
What?
There's like a knot right here that goes down. It's like you can feel it. Like it's about to go.
Are we off?
I went more of the spear route.
Not for about like 30 more seconds.
Oh Jesus. Who wins? You with my
He's
wood
really not
spear,
gonna
right?
stab him.
Next fuck. Oh wait, bring it up.
You got like
Podcast.
8 seconds.
Hey, next fucking fire pod, we're doing fucking
We're doing
lightsaber
fights.
duels.
Lightsaber.